Hello and welcome to our latest Gemini Rogue video. This is a Chinese Tier 10 light tank, W-132-1, apparently. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. You're very right.
Sweet.
It's first time for everything.
Bit robotic.
So, it's a project. It was a project that never got done. It was basically a project by Chinese to modernise a Type 62 light tank they'd already got, and it never really happened. It was just, you can see what they tried to do. They tried to put more armour on it, basically, because it's got spaced armour around the turret. It's got spaced armour down the side, but we'll come to that when we go through the armour profiling. Light tanks at Tier 10, they're more medium tanks for me. It plays a lot. It's like a cross between a light and a medium tank, this thing. View range isn't quite up there with some of the mediums you're going to come across. You're not circling things, putting shots into them constantly like you have been as you've gone through the game. You know, your traditional light tanks turn up circling, you're shooting.
Yeah.
These things have got reloads that are just as long as the heavy tank. So you've got to kind of pick your moments. You can see the size of it. These are not small. We'll have a look at its stats. So look at that impressive engine. Over 1,000 brake horsepower.
That's good, isn't it?
That is a big old engine. The 105mm gun there, starter weight 4.92 rounds per minute. This is not firing quick. Aim time's 2 seconds, which is not bad, but 0.42 actually again. It's not great.
No.
246 pen is pretty it's decent. It's pretty decent for 390 damage again is decent. 280 with your secondary ammunition, which is an 8 round, which is 390. 80, I don't tend to take any with them. They sound quite good on there, 53, 480, but I've never got one to do any kind of penetration.
What, 480?
Yeah, I've given up on them. I don't know why. This is something with this tank that don't work for me. Traverse is 50, which is quite good. Then you come to the positives of this tank. 200mm of frontal turret armour, and even 160 outside, as well as having spaced armour around it.
And it's curved.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 400m view range.
It's a light tank.
Yeah, but you can get 410 from a pattern, which is a medium. So he's not blessed, but anymore. It's Tier 10. That's kind of maxed out.
Only goes up to 500, doesn't it?
Yeah, and 750 signal as well. So
yeah,
signal range is up there. I mean, when you compare that view range to the others you've got at Tier 10, 420 your Sheridan, your Panzer wagon, and then your T100 390. So it's got less. I've run optics on it because his camera rating is 0.28, so it's not brilliant. Vert stabs just to try and when I'm shooting on move because it's not got the greatest accuracy. As well as the gun ram, just try and get the reload down as well, if you know what I mean. Because 4.29 rounds a minute, and we're talking a 12.2 second reload before equipment.
Wow.
It's not great. So I'll have more stats here. Hit points 1500. You're on par with your Tier 10 friends at light tank age. It's not the best, but then we get to that plus point on that engine. 36 power to weight ratio, which sounds quite impressive, but this is an heavy tank.
Why has it got two separate bits?
Hybrid. I don't know, I just made that bit up. It gives you a 65 km/h top speed, which sounds pretty fast, but he's on the bottom end when it comes to the Tier 10 lights. So it's mobile to a degree. The gun does a lot of damage, but does it very slowly, not very accurate, and with only 5 degrees of gun depression, we've got issues.
That's crap.
Yeah,
it's not good.
It's a problem, but we'll come to cross comparisons with other Tier 10 lights and move on. 400m view range, we said before, you can see that spaced armour straight around.
Oh, does that actually count for armour?
Yeah, this spaced armour does really work. 750m signal range, which again, it's on par with everybody else there. There's them ammo racks, which seem to be everywhere. And this tank does suffer from the old modular damage. You can see when you do fire the M456 rounds, your secondary ammunition, the velocity is not great. 800 meters per second compared to the other 1,000 meters.
Crew stand up.
I'm going to stand.
Made it for your small Chinese.
But now we'll come to the armour straight away. Look at the spaced armour on it, all the way around the turret, down the sides. This thing is pretty. I mean, it does really help you with the heat rounds, and as we know, a lot of people fire them at Tier 10 for some reason. Even if I am a light tank, they'll still fire heat rounds.
Look at that.
You see all the way around the turret, spaced armour. Down the side of the tank, spaced armour.
Okay.
And you'll be surprised how handy that comes in. Not to mention how we're going to come to the frontal armour of the turret as well. You can get all down, but we're only 5 degrees of gun depression. It's hard to use any kind of ridge line in this thing. But as we go through this armour, it's not blessed. Because as you can see, 35mm lower plate.
You've got some red on there, man.
Yeah, well, that's coming up. I mean, even your frontal there is 50mm. It is a little bit angled, as you can see there.
It's a lot angled.
But 50mm.
Slope.
It's not going to stop most things that you're going to run into.
That's a nice bit of protection.
You've got to have it at the back of your turret, safest place.
Sweet. Yeah.
There you go, even thicker
True.
at bottom half. And then you start to get build up as we get to more and more around turret. Different sections of turret build up and get thicker and thicker. Even the cupolas,
The
130
cupolas
mil.
are quite thick.
Yeah, so you can block more than you think in this. One of the better armoured ones. I mean, I think the T100's got, I think it's 180 mil of frontal turret armour on that. The other tier 10, but not compared. There's that 200 mil thickness.
Yeah,
so
not much of it there.
this is the best armoured of the tier 10 lights by far. I mean, you can see the price of the shells as well, 4,800. I'll put them there, just put some HE rounds in just for secret. Take a few. You never know, they might come in handy.
Okay. What's this then? Siegfried line, isn't it?
Yeah, Siegfried line. So straight away, we've taken up a prominent position. It's an encounter match, so it's out in the field. Most of the action is going to take place in the field.
Ooh,
got a cheeky shot in straight away. That's not always a trait with this gun.
Oh, okay.
It looked quite good to start one off. Oh, I need to get him out of that thing, but T10 picks us off. See, although we are armoured on this turret,
yeah,
he can still be pen on it. I think he hit one of his cupolas up, took his view he'd put out, which is not always handy when you're a scout tank. We're not the best at view range to start with, but we can try and tuck in there, and we're going to use the best we can of this cover. There's the old Sheridan. And snapshots off on this thing is not advised. It really takes a while to aim in. As comparisons go, we've got the Sheridan down there, as basically the back chat, the old tier 8, but the Sheridan, he's similar. They've both got 105mm guns, but there is slight differences. Straight away, the Sheridan's got 15 degrees of gun depression over R5, so he can play it in a different way. He can work a ridgeline like you've seen him doing there. He was working that bank. You wouldn't be able to do that in the WZ-132.
Okay.
Even though you've got the same gun with the same similar pens and stuff like that, you just can't do the same thing. But the Sheridan has got a 6.52 rounds per minute compared to our 4.9. So as it comes to DPM, we've got under 2,000 in the WZ, barring any kind of upgrades and stuff like that, in like perks and stuff and crew. The Sheridan's is over 2,500. That's the difference. So even though they're both 105mm guns, the Sheridan's pumping the damage out a lot quicker than we are, and he's able to do it in a lot more flexible manner with his gun depression. WZ, similar speed when it comes to speed wise. I mean, if I had to liken it, I need to get this guy out.
There's no water on this map, is there?
So you can see the way, even though the gun don't fire that quickly, we're still picking his shots, still putting a good bit of damage. I mean, the penetration is fantastic. 246 is one of the highest you're going to get out of the tier 10 lights. It just pigeonholes itself a little bit. You can see how it plays like a medium. You're not going racing around in it with the view range it's got. It's not...
Technically, you're not racing around.
No, it doesn't do it that way. It doesn't really work that way. You know, you've seen the T100, the Russian tier 10 light.
Terminator.
Them as well. I mean, he's got less view range than you, but he's a lot quicker. He's going around at like 72 km/h. It's only 7, but the power to weight ratio is highly more substantial. I mean, the power to weight ratio of the WZ is only 36. You compare that to 48 on the T100, you can see how he can fly up an hill, back down the other side, more manoeuvrability wise. He can get in and out of a situation a lot quicker than you can.
Has he got a good gun?
He does less damage,
but
he's doing it a lot quicker. Again, the T100's got a DPM of 2,300, which is nearly 400 more than WZ. So you see them doing more of the circle jerking job. This thing relies more on its armour. It's more the, I don't know how to put this kind of thinking man's light tank, as in you've really got to play this.
Are you saying I can't play this?
I never said that way. You're not a thinking man.
I'm just saying levels, isn't there? There's levels.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a race round. I mean, I've not even mentioned the AMX, the French tier 10, because it just plays a complete. It's got a clip on it for starters, so they're not really playing it like the other. T110E4 side of that. Nice. We'll have a little bit more of that. You can see already we've racked up 12, 13 now assisted shots, as well as doing over 2,000 damage yourself.
Are you saying you can play this whole down?
Yeah, and you can see us doing now. Look, they're still trying to smash shots at us. I mean, this T110E4 is not going to struggle to pen my turret, 200mm or not, but it has got that spaced armour, so if there's anybody down there who wants to fire a little bit of heat at me, he's going to struggle to get it through. He'll get some splash damage on me depending on where he hits me on turret, but he's not going to get full pen. That's what I'm trying to say. Even if he hits me outside with a side panel, so it stands up a little bit, the armour, compared to what you're going to get from the other tier 10 lights. I mean, we've not mentioned much the Panzer wagon. You know, the
Kampfenwagen.
The Panzer wagon, the Rheinmetall Panzer wagon, the old tier 10 German light, which again I think is a crossover really fast tank. Nips in and out, quicker fire rate again, doesn't do as much damage, but you won't really be sat here doing this in the Panzer wagon.
Okay, so this technically is completely different to everything.
It plays more medium-y.
Yeah.
It plays proper full board light medium tank. You've got a, it's kind of best of both worlds. You haven't got the hit points you've got,
Yes.
in a medium tank.
Yeah.
But you've got the camo rating that a medium tank hasn't got.
Yeah.
You've got similar guns who do a little bit less damage than the Chinese tier 10 medium, but you've got similar traits again. The tier 10 medium's got no gun depression. It's got a little bit of turret armor that stands. Ooh, pesky Persian coming through.
The thing is, this is a bit fake because that doesn't normally hit stuff.
This doesn't. This is just one of them videos again where it's behaving the gun. I've had games. I mean, you saw us earlier where he centre mass at a tank.
See, look, you want it aimed in.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. And it's just the RNG. You know how the RNG works on their games. Some games, straight away you fire one shot, it goes in. Like we saw with the Conqueror, straight away, you're in. You get a bit of confidence.
There's no mercy rolls in this game.
No. So we're just going to go for this Persian anyway, basically. Try and get him. He's just fired his gun. We're going to try and get back out before he's reloaded.
Do you realise that's a baby gun?
Yeah, I did realise that now. He's got a baby gun. And I thought, I don't really need to run off from this guy.
I see.
If he'd got the big gun on, I probably could have got back down there before we were loaded. But we took a bit of a chance and it didn't really pay off. The accuracy on the gun, we just mentioned there, 0.42, which is worst out of the tier 10 lights. The Sheridan's next with 0.40, and then, the T100, is worse with 0.46.
Yeah.
So you can see the similarities. It does play a lot like the Russian one.
Yeah.
Same, both have got 5 degrees of gun depression. The main difference is...
smashed in the bottom, man.
Is the T100 is just a little bit quicker. With the power to weight ratio, it's got more chance of getting up and down hills and round like that.
Yeah.
It could have probably got up and down and round there before the Conqueror gets round.
Yeah.
Little things like that, so it's able to circle tanks more, a little bit more nimble. It fires a bit quicker, so it lays its damage down quicker. It's more for that kind of harassing tank. Whereas the WZ, it gets out, it could put a shot in something, and then if you're not fitting any equipment or perks, you've got a good 12-second reload. That's a long time to try and circle around something to reload. I mean, we're talking heavy tank reload times.
Yeah.
And they're not going to struggle to pick holes in you.
Do you think they put that reload on it to kind of balance it because it's got that little bit more armour?
In a way, yeah. But it's a little bit more armour, but it's not impervious to it.
No.
It's not like we're rolling around with a T29 if we're all down and no can touch it. Tier 10s are still going to go through that turret quite easy.
Yeah.
Tier 8s might struggle with it. If you can face hug something, if they don't know to shoot you anything, they just lock on and shoot you in turret, you might get lucky and bounce some, but as a general rule, the best bit about it is it's spaced armour.
Yes.
That's the one massive plus point you've got with it.
Is that you saying because a lot of tier 10s fire spam at you and it's normally heat?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting more and more. I mean, it's just like everyone just fires gold now at tier 10. So
why not then?
This will make this tank a little bit better. So we'll have a look what it did in that game. We saw the stats that were coming up with. We made silver. That's always a plus point. 61,000 silver. 4,500
look at that
damage
assisted.
nearly.
Look at that.
Over 5.5. Block 390. So there you can clearly see it does block some things. Only 2 kills. Got to get a bit greedy there towards end, trying to get that T30 in. And
you only
conquered.
detected 5 though.
Yeah,
for light tanks, that's not very good.
It were an encounter match. We did what we were supposed to do. We lit everything up that we're going for camp.
Okay, we're not going to watch all this stuff here because there's no need. There's just no need. So anyway, Killers 05, let's roll into this model, and this is
Kesserin.
This is Kesserin.
And we're going to play it very similar to what we did the last one. We're going to try and pick a spot, pick an hole in the map. Basically, try and find a pigeonhole in there where we're safe, where we've got a drop back cover, but we can also light up things for his team to shoot at best we can. I mean, it worked in the last game, did it not? We did a little bit of everything. We got some damage laid down. We also got some assisted damage.
Yeah, but you didn't really spot many.
I mean, in this, we're relying on its concealment rate, which is suspiciously high for such a big tank.
Yeah,
I mean, it's got a 0.28 camo rating, 0.25 Sheridan's got slightly different, and then 0.3 on the Panzer and 0.35 on the T100. So it's not bad when it comes to its camo ratings, as well as it keeps that when it's moving as well, because it is a light tank.
Can you suggest like putting permanent camo on it?
I mean, I'll put camo on. I just couldn't be bothered, to be honest with you, when I was doing this bit.
Okay.
But you can see there, I thought I was going to get spotted. Did you see how I shot and then dropped back? It's a normal trait. It's got quite a good camo ratings, but it never feels like it. We've mentioned this before in other videos where it's got decent pen, it's good, but it doesn't feel like it.
Oh, okay.
This is kind of the one I was saying with it. I mean, we're lighting stuff up here and we're still not getting spotted.
Is this one of them games where you can't miss anything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's the time you have your game. You can see I'm umming and ahhing at this point. I'm thinking he's going to straighten up in a little bit and give me more chance of penning. But I thought he's going to detect me, and he still doesn't detect me.
It's still not detected yet.
If you notice, I'm not running no binos, not running no camo net. This is just a straight old, no camo on the tank either. And I'm thinking, next time I fire this gun, I'm going to get detected.
No.
It's just rode up, and again we don't, so we go back.
Yeah.
We are running 6Ms as well, by the way. So if we had been, would have been picked up.
You're not running a hack then?
No. I'm just waiting for my chance, waiting for my turn to pick that shot off. It just drops nice in this game. Just as I'm reloaded, there's somebody else out there. And this is the killer with the reload. I think we've got it down to just over 10 seconds with the equipment we've got on the perks I'm running with the crew. I'm thinking, oh no.
You know why? It's because the Chinese have got small hands. That's the reload, isn't it?
I'll take your word for it. I mean, you can see the gun there. Aim time is 2 seconds aim time, which again is exactly the same as the T100, the Russian light tank. The Panzer does aiming quicker, 1.6 seconds, and the Sheridan with the same size gun does aiming in 1.7. But we are spotted now. We've been detected, and I don't think it were those guys there. I think it's a heavy tank that is behind me, or to my left as you look at the map.
Technically, they're all on the edge of your camo rating.
Yeah, just. I mean, I think I did look at. I think it was about 380 meters or something like that.
How you gone down?
That's only 313 we got spotted.
Yeah.
I expected that, but I didn't expect to get spotted by most of the other ones at that point as well.
Have you not put any camo perks on them?
No, there's no camo. I don't know. You'd have seen before. I can't remember what I selected with this tank. I don't think this were a light tank crew I've got running it. I just chucked any other I've got available
you
at that time.
That bothered?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay.
Well, each their own.
Yeah, and you just took it out like whatever. That's sweet.
I mean, as getting this tank does, you've played through the WZ-132-1 at tier 9 and obviously WZ-132 at tier 8, and you will have learnt what happens when you play this tank. They are very similar. There's not much differences as you work your way from, I mean, the tier 7 yet, but as you tier 8 and above, they are very similar tanks. They're just slightly beefed up statistics. I mean, the WZ-132-1 at tier 9, 1 km/h less speed.
Wow.
10 meters less view range. I mean, it's got 320 damage on its gun instead of the 390, so you can see the beef up there. Same traits again, those similar traits. 9.2 second reload on the tier 9 one. 2.3 aim time, so you've got 2 second aim time now. So you can see how it's just a slight build up on literally everything. Everything's just beefed up. I mean, one thing you have got on the tier 10 that you didn't have on the 9 is turret armour. I think off top of it, it's about 55 mil on the tier 9 one.
Technically, there is a different way of playing it then.
Well, there is and there ain't, because you've still got the same old problems. You've still got the problem with the gun depression. You've still got the problem with the modules getting damaged, and you've still got the problem with a fairly inaccurate gun.
Yeah.
Not the best view range compared to your compatriots at this tier and the tier 9 equivalents.
Yeah.
So it's like I said before, you play it like a light / medium. It can do both roles in a degree. I would say if I wanted to go scouting, I wouldn't choose this. If I wanted to have fun in tier 10 lights, I wouldn't choose this. But it definitely wouldn't be the worst, if you know what I mean.
Technically you are scouting, but to me, this isn't scouting.
No, that's... You can get yourself in a lot of trouble in it, just because you just can't retaliate. You're basically like a mobile tier 10 gun running around. You haven't got the reload to pop, fight back. You can get in some real, especially with terrain, at any point that gun could be pointing. I mean, we saw it there early on. You saw me looking at the side of a Conqueror, I'm aiming up near his turret, and it wasn't there. I couldn't get the gun down. It physically won't get down. Got lucky there, snapped a shot in there. It's another problem with this tank, even from that range. You're not guaranteed to hit. You're not guaranteed to hit. Pen's not bad, don't get me wrong. It's not a penetration issue. It's physically hitting the bloody thing. That's the problem.
Yeah, I see.
And you're going to see we're going to get ring star by this guy. He's rolling really high and his setter's on fire as well, just to top it off. And he's got another one. I can't let him get away now. One shot. You know, I'm close to it, 141 hit points. I've got a lot more weight to me.
This is a ramming.
Well, it isn't. That's only an AMX 105.
It's a ramming light tank.
No, it's not at all. Never fall into that trick. But again, you can see we've racked up 6 assisted. We've already got 4,500 damage. 3 kills. We're not done yet. Pop over this rock. Try and get to this M103's rear bottom. So for a surprise
shot in it.
Pop.
Oh, beautiful.
There we go. And move on. Mobility wise, you can see he's done not overly agile and turning. I'd give the Panzer wagon and the T100 the edge on that side of things when it comes to it. Firepower, it's got the firepower, but so is the Sheridan if you fit the 105mm on the Sheridan. I thought, oh great, every tank here, let's start feasting. It was pushing me right corner. They go Death Star.
Thank you, Death Star.
It was ship barn, I think, actually, not Death Star. So he's finished off. Can we get the enemy ship barn before he's dead? Fallback, you just can't get that shot in.
I was just going to ask, is this like a finisher? If you can stay alive till like 3/4 of the game, can you use this as a finisher?
Well, it's a finisher if everyone turns up with less than 390 damage. Other than that, you're going to get one shot in.
I'm saying you can cover a lot of map, can't you?
Yeah, but you can in most of the tier 10 lights. It's not a trait especially made just for this tank as such.
Yeah.
I mean, your major drawbacks when you're playing this tank you've got to take into consideration is gun depression and accuracy of gun. Okay. You're going to have to sit in there and aim, and you're going to have to work the terrain the best you can. I'd play it more like, so they're light, medium. You kind of want to be in a position where you can get back if you need to and just pick shots. You're looking for a hole in the map where you can kind of work and cause hassle, basically. Be a paint arse. And you can do it in this tank with its turret armor.
Is there anything else you want to add to it?
No, that's it.
Before I cut you off.
Nope.
That's it. That's all finished off, wrapped up, nothing else. And you're happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay then, Killers05, thank you very much for all that useful tier 10 knowledge and information. And later then, people.